Alright, we have a $30 donation from Tense. This is my 3rd year in a row watching AGDQ. I consider it a part of the holidays, Christmas, New Year's, AGDQ. I appreciate all the runners, staff, etc. to take the time to do this. Thank you. Thank you for your donation. We have a $20 donation from Azkibo. Sorry if I mispronounced that. That Super Mario Bros. 2 run was incredible. I despised the game with a hatred of 500 suns, but that was one of the more entertaining runs of it that I've ever sat through. Now if only someone could focus the hatred I have for cancer, which is the heat of at least 1,000 suns, into a small focus point, cancer would burn. We have a $50 donation from Null1. First AGDQ donation. My mother survived 4 kinds of cancer, and I hope my donation will help someone else survive through the knowledge of early treatment. Luigi hype. And coming up next, we have a run by mitchflowerpower, Super Mario Bros. 3.
Put my Game Genie in the... I can't do that, can I? So, I guess I can't try it.
What?
I can't put my Game Genie in the top loader.
You can try from scratch.
You just want to see, make sure.
Yeah, try from scratch.
I'll ask. Well, yeah, you can hear it. No, I can hear it.
At first he was going to use his Game Genie and go straight to 71 and just try it.
Yeah.
But I think he's going to go ahead and try doing it.
When he said Peach is paved, I can only imagine what the chat did.
Like I put my name on this.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure of it.
And I'd just like to remind everybody that Games Done Quick is a speedrunning marathon held by Speed Demos Archive and Speedrun's live communities. SEA proudly hosts speedruns of over 1,000 games with forums containing speedrunning planning and marathon discussions. SEA welcomes gamers old and new alike. You can follow them on Twitter at SEA Speedruns and visit the website at Speed Demos
Definitely
Archive.
Yeah.
SRL is the best site to race video games online against other players of all
You
skill
guys,
levels.
reset it.
There are also hosting a series of races starting on January 17 titles Get Yourself Speedrunning. You can go to their front page at speedrunslive.com for more information and to watch a variety of speedrun streams. For more information about Games Done Quick, you can follow at Games Done Quick on Twitter and see information about the event on gamesdonequick.com.
I'll try my best, guys. I'll try my best.
Good luck, man.
Thanks.
You got this, Mitch.
Okay, on go. So, 3, 2, 1, go.
This is Mario Bros. 3 Warpless by mitchflowerpower. So Warpless is the category where you just don't use any warp whistles and beat the game like normal. Of course, there's no wrong warps in it as well, so you get to see most of the game. But you don't have to play all the levels. Nice 1-1. Still big Mario. You can do the
movement of 2, of course.
do the 2-1, do the 1-2 strat.
Oh, 2. Oh, I guess I have to.
Yeah, do it.
Wow, I missed it.
Okay. All right,
I'll get the end part of it.
That's close enough.
Now, at the end of the stage, it's really important that Mitch never gets 3 of the same card, otherwise it wastes seconds.
2 movements of 2, that's garbage.
So this is one of the, I think, coolest strats in Warpless is doing the fortress here.
Could I get a roll call from people on the couch, please?
I'm
Skybills?
I'm Duckfist.
I'm Kira.
I'm Tampa off screen.
Now, although Mitch does get the warp whistle here, he'll never use it. One of the pitfalls in the Super Mario 3 any percent warpless race is that some of us will accidentally use our whistle in trying to use other inventory items, which is a DQ.
Yeah, so the whistle's the first item in the inventory from here on out. So, you still had D-Sweep. But yeah, you're allowed to collect the warp to end the level early. It's like that in a handful of levels. Only that one in the warpless run, though. But of course, you can't use the whistle itself.
All movements of 2, all of them.
Yeah, so that's a pretty big RNG factor in the Super Mario Bros. 3 run is Hammer Brothers. Pretty much everything about them. Their movements on the world map, which Hammer Brothers are which in certain stages, because some of them have critically useful items like the Cloud, which lets you skip stages, or Hammers, which lets you break down blocks and skip stages.
Yes, thank you.
So if this Hammer Brother lands on this particular tile, the far right breakable box is a Fire Flower.
Nice.
And by collecting it right before the screen fades out, you can save a little bit of time. Half a second, which is normally the game update loop kind of freezes for a short amount of time when you collect a power up. Yeah, that means you can screw around on the airship at the very beginning. It's the best part.
Now it's important that Mitch gets this fire flower over to Larry so he can shoot him with fireballs and save some time, because otherwise he'd have to jump on Larry 3 times, which takes quite a bit of time to do in comparison.
And yeah, Larry's a pretty consistent fight to defeat with firepower. Probably the most consistent of the Koopa Kids.
If I had to pick one fight to have a fire flower for, though, it would probably be 1D.
Oh yeah, definitely
Yeah.
1D.
Oh, of course, yeah, Wendy.
Yo, what is this?
Come
No.
on. Yay!
Oh.
Just
Poor
for
Tompa.
fun. Yeah.
Okay, so normally you're not supposed to jump to grab a wand. Because it's like the most common question in SMB3 streams. Why don't you jump to grab the wand? It's because at the top of your jump you lose 20 frames. And the reason for that is because you throw from higher in the cutscene afterwards, and the wand falls faster than you.
All right, World 2 could be pretty critical in the warpless run. There's a pretty large skip you can do in the later half of the world. One of the 2 Hammer Brothers has a hammer. Unfortunately, both Hammer Brothers spawn on the world map off-screen to the right, so you can't really tell where they're at. But after you play the game for a long time, you can just kind of... they always appear in the same starting positions, and just by listening to their movements on the world map, you can usually kind of predict whether or not the guy with the hammer has moved really far to the left. And ideally, you want him to get past stage 3. So since you saw that Hammer Brother get past stage 3, we know that one has the music box, just because that one spawns further to the left. So sadly, there won't be any early hammer in this run.
Okay, I got it.
Yo, nice
Good job.
2-2.
So I have to hear a movement of 1 here for it to even be possible.
Mm-hmm. So this that strategy in 2-2 to just P-speed through the whole thing is pretty much a Mitch exclusive strategy there to damage boost out of Big Mario. There's a couple of implications of that.
That's really difficult.
But unfortunately, since he lost firepower, he won't be able to take the second damage boost in this stage. But hey, good P-speed at the beginning of this fortress. That's really difficult to do.
Yeah, very quick one
Yeah.
too.
Typically, for those of us who use more casual strats, we'll use a star through this fort to allow us to carry P-speed throughout the first room. Now here also, if he could carry a fire flower into this room, Boom Boom could take a few shots and that's it. He'd be instantly done.
Movement of 2. Should I?
No,
Don't do it. No.
I'm notorious for that. Oh.
So if you really like that idea of the early hammer, you could just kill yourself at the beginning of this stage, forcing the Hammer Brothers to move again, and just hope he comes across.
So yeah, one particular thing about Warpress is as you skip certain armor boss, but you can never be certain which one you're gonna skip.
Thank God
Every
I
round
did.
ends up being different depending on what you fight and what you can skip, and you have to adapt to it.
This is one of the most memorable stages in this run. If you play it casually, the Angry Sun, he kind of moves into this like U/V kind of pattern. The best way to defeat this stage is to actually speedrun it.
Yeah, the sun can be kind of random. just when he decides to swoop. But I mean, you can develop a consistent strategy to go through without stopping and just never get hit.
Do I have time for a couple donations?
Yeah, go. Yeah.
Actually, maybe in just a second. Okay. Almost at the end of every world, there's an auto scroller, and it's like the perfect time. You got like a minute and a half or so on each. Minute and a half. So we knew that was going to be a hammer just based on the appearance of the first Hammer Brother, like at the very beginning of the world. Two Pyramids, a really cool technical stage. Lots of interesting approaches to it. You're not just holding right, you're going kind of back and forth, and all these buzzy beetles and blocks that you have to break make it a little bit challenging. So 283 on the timer is pretty solid. And now is probably a great time to read some donations.
All right. We have a $50 donation from Brosentia. Hey, Brosentia here. Hope you're feeling peachy. I was told Duckfist was a bit gross today. Hope he doesn't hock a loogie. Ho ho the dairy-o. I hope you all say Mario. Put my money towards whatever Duckfist's choice of saving or killing the animal. He survived the SGDQ dungeon. He deserves this.
I don't get it, but I'll go and save the animals.
All right. We have a $20.
Sorry, kill the animals. What am I talking about?
Thank you.
We have a $20 donation from Koala. I've been waiting for this run all week long. mitchflowerpower is the man. Good luck with Super Mario Bros. 3 run. Also, kill the animals. We have a $50 donation from Fitz. Hey guys, I caught the AGDQ videos on YouTube and wanted to catch it live this year. Super Mario Bros. 3 was my mom's favorite game before her passing due to breast cancer. Here's to hoping cancer becomes easily treatable in the future. You all rock for putting on this amazing event.
So if Mitch came to this airship with Fireflower, Morton's been recently kind of optimized for a fire kill. Kuro, do you know like how to kind of ensure that you have the right pattern on some of these guys?
In general, you want to go to the right of the screen and manipulate him so it bounces against the wall and comes back, and you just fireball back and forth.
Okay. And like if you like enter the castle stage at the same time after exiting, at the same time every time after exiting a previous stage, you can like guarantee like a certain pattern.
The pattern depends on the duration between exiting the last stage and entering the pipe of the boss. So if your overworld movement is consistent, you will get the same pattern.
Mm-hmm. But Mitch's strategy was to damage boost in 2-2. So he was small Mario for most of World 2, and he grabbed that mushroom in the airship. So now he's gonna power back up before continuing on.
This stage is barely a water stage. Mitch just goes over the top, uses P-Speed to jump most of the way back. So again, pretty straightforward stage. It's kind of the calm before the storm is. 3-2 is really difficult to learn.
3-2's fun. Y'all like cheap sheets, right?
No.
I don't. Oh, yes, thank you.
Oh. Very nice.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, those cheap cheeps have awful hitboxes. Like
Very
you
bad.
saw, like right
Yes.
before he landed on a couple of the last ones, he turned to the left and turned back to the right just real quickly. Like that seems to increase your chances of not just like randomly taking damage from them. Like you can just pass right through them sometimes and just take damage. Just really just strange, quirky mechanic with those enemies.
It was really good.
So yeah, World 3 can be a pain in Warplace because if one of the armor walls goes past the bridge at the right of the map, you have to kill yourself Because you have to skip a stage with a cloud, which is an auto-scroller. And every time you beat a stage or beat a boss, it was a one frame trick, but it's really hard, yeah. So the bridge changes its position every time you beat a stage or armor boss. So if you don't fight the two armor boss before reaching the right of the map, you're in trouble, basically. That's one of the annoying things about Warpless. It has some pretty rough luck that can kill you instantly.
Yeah, so I guess either fighting no Hammer Brothers, which is a rare situation, or fighting both is the only way to keep the bridge down.
Yeah, but as you need to fight one of them, which holds a hammer, which takes a lot of time later on, you're forced to fight both of them.
He looks like he's going to be in good shape. We'll see what this Hammer Brother does right now. Okay,
Yep,
that's good.
That's going to be
We're
good now. Okay. Oh, you didn't shoot the. All right,
I know.
it's all right.
So it's okay.
We don't want to Star Train.
Oh, so you notice Mitch has 2 star cards. Skyville's mentioned a little earlier that we want to avoid getting 3-star cards. Well, it's pretty common, like if you touch the end of level card while running at full speed, since it starts like on the same card and generates the same sequence of cards every time it spawns, by running at full speed, you usually get a star. So next, at the end of this level, Mitch is probably going to turn back just briefly to try and make sure he doesn't get a star right before hitting the end of level card. Because if you get all 3 stars, it's a 5-up, and it wastes a couple of seconds.
There you go.
Or 151 frames. How much is it?
149.
149. I'm starting to remember. I'm getting close. Getting close.
So this game is 60 frames per second, so yeah, a star fireworks is 2.5 seconds.
Oh, come on.
Oh, the H jump. Also kind of an annoyingly laggy section too. Just with whenever there's those white grabbable blocks on the screen, they tend to cause a huge amount of lag. So it's pretty important that Mitch makes it all the way to the World 3 boss with firepower.
Yeah, also typically in World 4 you really want fireballs because it saves a lot of time in a lot of stages. And well, in general, in this run, fireball is by far the most important power-up. Basically, until World 6, you almost never want to use it unless you do the damage boost strat in World 2. So yeah.
And it not only does it make stages faster, but it's also really hard to recover, especially from here on out. Like in World 4, there's not too many spots where you can pick up a spare fire flower. World 4 and 5.
Yeah, that's true. World 4 and 5 don't have that many flowers, and if you get it, it's always automatically a big time loss. This game is pretty unforgiving for that.
So if we want to throw in a quick donation or two, we're at this lovely auto-scroller here. All right.
I will read them as soon as I get them.
All right. So yeah, Windy is made so much easier with firepower. If you fight her by jumping on her head, it's awful because she's the only boss with these rings that float around the screen. Each time you jump on her, she throws another ring, and before the last hit, there's 3 rings bouncing around, and if you're trying to jump on her, it's really difficult to fight her. But pretty much for all the Koopa kids, you can take them out with 10 fireballs or 3 jumps. And the 10 fireball strat's much faster.
Yeah, one of the reasons fireballs are important is because, as Duckfist just said, you need 10 fireballs to kill a Koopa Kid, and also you can kill a Boom Boom with 5 fireballs, and it saves like 4 seconds every time. So it's pretty huge because in every fortress you have to fight one, and it adds up very fast.
Get in there. What?
still have...
I still got it.
So 4-1 and 4-2 are very straightforward. It's not until 4-3 where we get to see some more tech, and then eventually leading up to the Lakitu jump in 4-4.
Which sucks a lot.
Yeah, 4-4, everybody hates 4-4. It's just whatever with luck involved, and it's a pain.
4-4 is like the worst stage in this game. It's awful.
And it's slow if you don't get the jump.
So just notice that when Mitch exited the pipe, he still had P-speed. Like, he was able to jump and pretty quickly accelerate to maximum speed. That's pretty common when you enter pipes or doors. If you jump, it's pretty easy to maintain your full speed.
P-speed is critical in this stage because it's really difficult to regain once it's lost.
Very nice.
Good job. Most of us just beginning to learn that stage, we take a star through it again. We cheat and we kind of ride the P-speed to the end of the stage.
So being warpless and having picked up the hammer in World 2 without being early hammer, this is a spot to use that hammer to pass 4 Fortress run. And that first hammer brother is pretty critical. He's got a cloud, which lets you skip a stage. Here, Mitch is manipulating the Lakitu to jump over the top of the stage there, making this much faster. Okay. The stage is awful. Taking the safe. Okay, so that's a nice technique there to get some extra speed in the water.
Yeah, play that level safe. You don't want to lose firepower.
Alright, do I have time for a few donations?
Sure.
Alright, we have a $50 donation from Christopher. He says, "Hey guys, another year and another AGDQ. I've been watching since the original CGDQ, and although I can't watch them as much as I used to, I still watch with whatever free time I have. Put this towards killing the animals, because if we were meant to save them, we'd be playing Metroid Fusion." We have a $20 donations from KFit64. Oh. We have a $20 donation from KFit64. "Hey guys, I just found out about speedrunning a couple months ago, and I love your channel, and will start doing so myself soon. I'm so excited this week, it's finally here. It's so awesome to see these talented people come together for such a good cause. Good luck."
So in World 4, if possible, you want to skip the 2 armor bros on the left of the map without using a music box. So if one of them doesn't move left, it should be good.
So he still has his music box from beating World 3.
Oh man, they're gonna switch.
Wait.
Oh,
Okay.
How?
So he skipped both a star and a P-wing. So
That's
skipping
so rare. That
yeah, that's
never
pretty rare.
happens.
So he still has his music box. He sadly skipped a P-wing, but he'll be able to use the music box in World 5.
Yeah, if possible, he wants to only get one. There's 4 armor bros between World 4 and World 5. There's 2 P-wings and 2 stars. Out of the 4 items, he only wants 1 P-wing. So as he skipped 2 items now, he can safely try to only get 1 P-wing in World 5. And he has one music box remaining, so it makes it easier.
So the ideal situation is there's 2 Hammer Bros on the first screen of World 5. Just grab the 1 P-wing and then skip the music box on the second part of World 5. Like, that's the ideal case, right?
Yeah, that's one of the things I was mentioning about WordPress earlier. Basically, you have to adapt to what the Armor Bros give to you in every run. So yeah, and the luck you just got in World 4 is really rare.
So like each Hammer Brother is what, like 15 seconds or so? Those are Sledge Brothers in World 4
Yeah,
specifically.
they're a bit faster. Armor Bros are in general like 12 to 13 seconds.
Yeah.
It's also really important here that Mitch watches the coin number that he has, because he does not want to get a coin chip.
Oh, and here's probably a good time to throw in donations. This is literally the slowest stage in the game.
All right. We have a $50 donation from Jeff and Christy. "I hate you all for breezing through my childhood nightmare fuel, but love you all for doing it for such a noble cause. I can't get my wife to play a video game, but now I can't get her to stop watching them. Keep it up." We have a $50 donation from Claymation, who says, everyone's done amazing on the run so far. Let's put an end to the cancer, boys. Also, shout-outs to my boy Shining Face, Ayo, the current announcer. You haven't made me cringe so far a single time, so you're automatically doing great. Keep up the good work, everyone. And I'd also like to take this time to mention that if you subscribe to Games Done Quick on Twitch, 100% of your donation, 100% of the money will go to PCF.
Yeah, so that guy's hitboxes are really strange. Actually, all the Koopa Kids are, but sometimes he jumps really fast, and while you think he'll land on his head, I think just how the collision occurs, you just take damage sometimes. Which kind of sucks, because it's going to be a while till Mitch can recover firepower.
I'm going to get it back in 5-2. I'm going to go in the pipe and get it.
Yeah, there's one in 5-2, but sadly it wastes quite a bit, so yeah, it's a pretty rough spot to get it. I want to quickly explain how P-Speed works in this game, because actually it's way harder than a lot of people think. At the bottom you can see like 6 arrows and the P. When you have P-Speed you move 40% faster than when you don't have it. Okay, how it works is the game basically detects your speed every 8 frames. And if you have enough speed and you're on the ground while the game detects your speed, it will give you one arrow at the bottom. So what makes it pretty hard in the end is that in a lot of stages you have actually to keep in mind the 8 frames rule and do your inputs accordingly. And what it does, it's basically a lot of stages are very, very hard timing to get P-Speed and very precise jumps. And like a lot of people think it's about holding right and jumping, but in a lot of stages you won't get P-Speed if you just hold right, and you really have to jump at the correct time.
Yeah, once your P meter is maxed, if you jump in the air, you can safely like turn around and maneuver without fear of having the P meter drop from max. Except if you stay like around like 3 or 4 seconds in the air without landing on the ground. But it allows you to like change directions, enter pipes and doors, and still have that maximum P-Speed. See, he still has P-Speed after entering that door.
And typically, when you're in the air, because of the fact that the game wants you to have a certain speed on the ground, before touching the ground again, you want a good horizontal speed. So yeah, you always try to keep that in mind when you choose your angles.
Is that P-Wing?
I cannot remember. Oh, crap.
Oh.
I hope it is.
Oh, okay.
No, yes, okay, we're good.
So the stars are generally not very necessary. They make some stages a little bit easier, and yeah, if you have one, you might as well use them, and they can speed up a little bit, but I mean, ultimately that's about 13 seconds lost.
Yeah, basically when you use a star, you can gain like 1 second or 2 in some stages, but the fight is way longer, so it's not worth it. But I mean, there's nothing you could have done about it. It was purely based on luck.
I can't believe I got that.
And keeping P-Speed in this stage is really hard and requires a lot of a good understanding of how P-Speed works and what the timings are. Outside pipes, nice. This one is particularly insane to get.
Oh, come on.
That was a really good tower. It's extremely hard to keep P-Speed all the way to the end like that.
Yeah, P-Speed works differently in a lot of different situations. Like when you exit pipes, it's still different rules that apply for frames and all. There's really a lot to know if you want to keep P-Speed in all stages.
So whenever exiting a horizontal pipe like that, at the end of a stage, which happens pretty often in World 5, Mitch is going to be trying to do a frame-perfect jump. There's one frame where you can press the jump button and you'll jump in the air and keep the P-Speed from having entered the pipe.
Oh, come on.
This one is a great example of a P-Speed which is really hard to get, and he got it because he timed his jump perfectly to not lose the P-Speed arrow between the start and the end of his jump.
Yeah, just a consequence of how the P meter works. It makes some places look like they should be really easy to get P speed, but end up being extremely difficult. And other places where it looks like it should be really difficult, ends up being pretty easy and consistent to get P speed.
Nice.
So I need this guy to move out of the way. I really don't want to get this music box. Yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
So that guy has a music box. Mitch hasn't used his music box yet, so you only need one, really, for the entire run. That's really required, and that's in World 7 to skip the last Piranha Plant stage.
I don't know why I shot this, but it'll be okay. Nice try, Boom Boom.
Like 5-8 is an example of one of the situations where it looks like it's hard to build up P speed, but this technique works almost every time, and there's a lot you know, you could be really sloppy and it just still works. Get that pipe jump.
And 5-9 is an auto-scorer, so he's gonna skip it.
But it's such a great stage. I mean,
I do have time to read some donations.
I gotta remember to press A.
okay, yeah, sure.
All right, we have $25 from Jeremy Eisenzimmer. Hey guys, I discovered AGDQ a few months ago by finding the archives on YouTube, and it just amazes me how quickly the runners destroy my favorite childhood games, and for such a great cause. I've had too many family members diagnosed with cancer, and too many people have left this world because of it. Let's find a way to end it. Hope to donate more later. Keep up the good work. We have $30 from The Other Jones. I have several family members that have beat cancer, so I gladly donate to the cause. Our whole family is sitting around enjoying this classic Mario block. Love the GDQ? Oh yeah, save them animals. We have a $75 donation from BS2 757, who says, wanted to say thanks for showing us how geeks are awesome. Playing games to cure cancer. Can't wait for the 4-man Mega Man X run.
So this is one of the few airships that has a backup fire flower. Like in Worlds 3 and 4, there was no backup fire flower, making it pretty rare to actually have fire in 4 and 5 if you end up losing it. But here's this stage is a nice opportunity to recover it, and it's pretty convenient because the first thing Mitch is going to do in World 6 is get rid of fire flower. He's going to damage boost out of it. One of the very few instances in the game where you want to lose it. But the first thing he's going to do is skip 6-1 and 6-2 because he still has a hammer. There's a nice little shortcut at the beginning. And what's kind of cool about this is that after he uses the hammer, he'll get another hammer. The hammer brother will always be in the same spot when you begin the world, and won't actually. There's only certain events that will trigger hammer brothers moving around, such as dying or completing a stage, or fighting a hammer brother, or doing a battle mode in 2-player. But just like entering a pipe and exiting a pipe doesn't actually trigger it, so the hammer brother just stays in the same spot.
Oh, come on.
And this hammer that Mitch is about to get, he will use it to skip an auto-scroller later in World 6.
Yeah, so like World 6 and World 7 are where you really start to dump all of your items.
Oh,
Yo.
that was way too close. Oh, come on.
Now Mitch is going to use the star and carry it on over to Boom Boom, and it'll kill Boom Boom instantly. Really important, though, that he has full P speed the entire time.
And as far as I understand, this
Very
is
nice.
I think that's the only spot in the game where that's actually possible in a speedrun.
That's... I think I got it.
I think you got it.
Nope.
Oh. So it's pretty tricky, but it's actually a pretty safe way to attempt getting P speed in 6-4 right there. It's much easier as small Mario, conveniently enough. But
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't get it. This time it looked perfect.
yeah,
but
it looked really good.
yeah, sometimes this game just doesn't give you speed when you expect it.
Now, Mitch uses a P-Wing here because this is one of the few stages where you can't immediately just run right all the time to reach the exit. You have to actually take the Koopa shell and go up typically, but Mitch here is able to despawn one of those munchers in order to get in the pipe.
Now we'll see what these Hammer Brothers do. These guys can be pretty
Perfect.
trolly.
That is amazing.
Is that the cloud?
I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
All right.
Very nice. So far, Mitch has only had one extra Hammer Brother, I believe, in the entire run, which is actually very good.
Oh, come on.
Now, this fort's a little tricky. You need to get P-speed all the time in order to fly underneath some of these sections. It's really easy to die on the third section, as you just saw there, but Mitch nailed it.
So in general, you don't actually want to keep the riff. That's why you took damage on purpose.
Did I,
Because
did I get the extra star in World 5? right?
you,
I do?
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, you did.
got the
Okay,
World
You
Five.
did.
Because yeah, the riff slows you down every time you jump. So yeah, you only want to keep it when you need to actually fly in a stage.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just for fun. Just
No
for fun.
star train here.
Yeah, getting hit there is actually not a loss pretty much at all, other than a half a second wasted from actually boosting, taking damage, because you use a P-Wing here anyways to skip 6-9.
Yeah, in World 6 and World 7, it's when all the P-Wings are getting used, and you can skip some pretty big stages like that.
I'm gonna try and clip through the ground at the end of this level. Almost. It really looked like it was going to. Yeah, that was close.
So what Mitch was trying to do was to hit the corner, that little corner of the floor, right above the pit of spikes and before the door, just right. And as Big Mario, he would clip through the wall and carry him straight to this, to Boom Boom's chamber without actually entering that slow, like, elevator section. And it's pretty risk-free when you do it. I mean, if you're Big Mario and you don't time it right, you might fall into the spikes and get hit. Waste maybe a couple of seconds, but
Yeah, it's really
fine.
not too
You can
damaging.
power back up in the airship,
Yeah.
and you only need to be Big Mario for the beginning of 7-1. So if you manage to get the clip, it's worth the attempt. But I don't actually know how much time it saves. Do you guys have any idea?
It saves around 7 seconds.
7
per round.
seconds. Okay. So if you get it, then that's just a bonus seconds there. So. And at this point, Warpless is a really competitive category of Super Mario Bros. 3, and at this point, you're pretty much going to want to go for tricks like that if you want to, get top times in this game.
You'll get a chance to see the same clip glitch at the beginning of 7-1.
Yeah, coming up is a really important glitch in the game.
I'm more thinking about 7-8 than 7-1.
All right, so I
really need 7-8 to go really well.
All right, well, we got 7-8 coming up, but 7-1, here's something we got to do here.
Yeah.
It took me, I think, 17 attempts to get this at SGDQ, so Mitch has to beat that.
All right, at this time, I'd like to mention our grand prize of the pinball machine. Pinball Joe has donated a Swords of Fury pinball machine as a grand prize for AGDQ 2015. This is a chance for you to own your very own pinball machine at home and help an awesome charity. Because it's a very special prize, a minimum bid is $50 with up to 4 bids for $200. Pinball Joe has also provided pinball machines at the AGDQ venue for people to play. Throughout the marathon, you can watch AGDQ attendees speedrunning pinball for new world records at pinballdonequick.com.
First try.
Seven
Get
tries.
a first try.
Okay.
First try, yeah.
First try? First try?
I'm dreaming, but
So yeah, 7-1 is infamous for killing many runs that are going well. sometimes you just get it instantly, and sometimes you spend ages. And
This run's actually not too bad.
Yeah,
little mistakes here and there. Got fantastic
Yeah,
RNG.
it's really good.
Levels have been going well.
And 7-1 often goes really bad in marathons.
Don't
so
go in the level. Don't go in the level.
This one first try.
I was in there, like.
Six tries.
There you
Okay.
go.
Oh, and the exit jump. I like that.
Hey. Speedo. Yay. Where am I?
Now Mitch has to carry P-Speed throughout this stage because there's going to be a section in the middle where he has to clear a long gap. Otherwise, there will be music notes that appear there, and he'll have to go back down the pipe. Retry.
Very nice.
I don't
Very
know
nice.
if I. Hold on.
Yeah, you pretty much only get one like reasonable shot at that when starting the stage, and if you miss it, you lose like a huge chunk of time. I would maybe like 15 or 20 seconds just
7-8.
hitting the note blocks and going back
7-8.
around.
7-8.
So Mitch is talking about 7-8, so I'm quickly going to explain the concept behind
I
it.
don't even know. Like,
Basically, to kill Bowser, the usual method is to use fireballs, and it requires 35 fireballs. But if you use the hammer suit, you can actually kill Bowser pretty much instantly. And the reason we used to not do it is because the time required to grab a hammer suit in a mushroom mouse was bigger than what it saved in World 8. And for a long time we thought that it couldn't be faster because even using it at the start of World 8 didn't save enough time. But Mitch remembered that there was a hammer suit in the stage 7-8, and he found a method to grab it fast enough and then elaborate other strats afterwards to make it worth it to grab a hammer suit early. But the thing is, it's really hard and really risky, so yeah,
and then
he's
you have
gonna try to do it.
And then you have to do the fort after, which is even more ridiculous.
Yeah,
So
just after 7-8, he has to play a fortress with it, and keeping
That's-
the hammer suit through the fortress is insane.
yes, very.
Yeah, the mechanics of the hammers are much different than the fireballs. They actually like they're launched along with your momentum, whereas fireballs, like you can run faster than your fireballs when you fire them, but your hammers are always flying faster than you, allowing you to use the hammers as kind of like a shield in front of you if you throw them at the right time.
All right, here it is. Here it is. Let's do this
So
level.
here's 7-8.
Let's get it done.
Get it done.
Those are okay. That's okay. Okay. Okay, we're close. Yes.
There it is.
That is so hard to do.
So Mitch was able to enter that pipe, maintain P-speed as he climbed up the stairs to grab the hammer suit, and even keep having P-speed as he exited the pipe.
And now, even harder to do.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Oh, come on! Damn it.
Well, it was a really good attempt, man.
Yeah,
We saw some
nice.
really cool stuff still.
Tried it.
Like, good job.
It's not too bad to get it at that point, at least because now he's gonna get the fire in the airship, and he will switch to the other route.
Yeah, like I can go back to normal now.
Alright, at this time, I'd like to say we have a few donations. $50 from Larrick Phillip. In the last year, I've watched more AGDQ than I care to admit. This is my first time watching live, but hey, I can donate. My mom beat cancer and still has the big hat she wore when she lost her hair. She's still alive and still kicking. Put me in for the pinball machine because what the heck, dream big. We have $25 from Chris Hanno. This is one of the two guys responsible for the stream graphics layout this year. I lost my aunt to a long cancer battle right before Christmas, and this donation and my contributions to this event are dedicated to her. Hope everyone is having a great time. Wish I could be there with everyone. Keep running fast. Thank you for your awesome designs. We have $50 from Derek and Emily. She says, my wife and I are spending a date night watching you guys destroy some old Nintendo classics. She was raised in a Sega household while I came from the good old Bowser-fearing Nintendo stock. It's a bonding experience. Save those A-base creatures. And we have $200 from Nathan Davis. This is a great cause and keep up the great work. Watching these guys play is absolutely amazing. I'd also like to say that this event is brought to you by the Prevent Cancer Foundation. The Prevent Cancer Foundation is a nonprofit organization that focuses on the prevention and early detection of cancer via research, education, outreach, and advocacy. Their staff has worked towards this goal in countries such as China, South Korea, Australia, Canada, England, and other countries spanning a total of 6 continents. PCF has invested over $138 million over the last 29 years and has funded more than 480 grants and fellowships.
All right, so we're coming up to World 8. We're done with using, or for the most part, using items and skipping levels and dealing with Hammer Brothers. Well, okay, skipping levels, maybe not quite. There's one major trick to Warpless in World 8. There's these 3 optional stages known as the hands.
Dun, dun.
So how many hands are we going to get in this run here? They each cost, I don't know, between like maybe 10 and 20 seconds or so.
More, between 21 and 23 seconds.
Each.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of time.
Let's get all 3.
Yeah. So you have a 1 in 2 chance to pass each of the 3 hand stages. So ideally, you pass all 3, and that's 1 in 8.
So yeah, what usually happens with this category is you grind, you reach World 8, and you get 1 hand, and you can't get the record anymore. And yeah, to get no hand, it's 1 in 8, so it requires a lot of patience and luck.
So you would need a record pace run, and then that 1 in 8 shot, and then to finish out World 8 on that same record pace.
Yeah, and finishing World 8 is really not trivial after getting no hand, and with the extra pressure of getting no hand, it's a really hard one.
So the way World 8 is laid out is there's 2 auto scrollers at the beginning, and then we have the 3 hand stages, and we'll just see what happens. And then following that, there would be 1 more auto scroller, the fast airship. And then we get to the real stages in World 8. It's got 3 platforming stages, 1 more auto-scroller, and then the final level. And all of the platforming stages in this are very challenging to do optimally.
Yeah, definitely. I've seen many runs getting no hand and then dying to 8-1 or 8-2. It happens a lot.
They're some of the most challenging stages in the game, so it's a pretty cruel category to have to both deal with such huge luck and huge amounts of time wasted, and at the same time deal with just such rough execution.
Yeah.
Nice. So we skipped the boomerang there. How much time does that save, and how often does that actually happen?
It's
Not
like
so
around
often.
2 seconds, I think.
Okay.
And I don't know, it's actually not that, it doesn't happen that often.
Yeah, no,
You
it
need the
doesn't.
hammer ball to go to the left, and you need to not shoot too early, I think. I'm not sure how it works exactly, but yeah, it's luck-based.
And then I guess shooting a fireball as quickly as possible, like as soon as you gain input. So I guess a lot of those things factor in.
So yeah, World 8 is infamously full of autoscrollers, so there's 4 of them.
Oh, I should have went for a swim.
We have a $50 donation from Zacharo saying, really enjoying the 2D Mario block. It's like my childhood flashing before my eyes, but with less dying to boss space. Keep up the good work, everybody. Oh, and save the animals. We have a $75 donation from RB saying, "Hi there, I'm donating again, and I appreciate the good work you guys are doing. All runners have been amazing. Maybe they could pool their resources and speedrun the cure for cancer. I would like my donation to go to saving the animals and the child dungeon blindfolded. The rest goes for runner's choice." We have $10.13 donation from Hotel Don saying, "I wish I could throw hammers."
All speedrunners have to do that little crouch swag right there. It's pretty much required.
And it's time for the ends, so we're gonna see if he's good
Yes,
or
I'm
not.
gonna do the bump.
Place your
I'm gonna
bet.
do the
Yes,
bump.
place
I
your
always
bets, everyone.
do. Place your bets. No hands, no hands.
No whammies.
I'm not
Oh,
saving frames.
that pipe entry.
That's what?
And unfortunately, this is the longest hand stage of the three.
Yeah, that's it, Assembly 3 for you.
Whee!
Oh, 2 hands.
So yeah, there's 5 squares, but only 3 hands actually. And yeah, you got 2 out of 3.
The middle hand stage is actually the shortest stage of the three as well.
So with the hands he got, that's like 44 seconds lost approximately. So yeah, you understand why in an attempt for a record, it's like you can't do anything with that.
Like, well, while it is pretty frustrating to have to deal with, like, you could play with top-notch execution and then just get, you know,
All
40
three,
or
yeah.
44 seconds worth of time lost just for nothing, and compared to another run that gets no hands, that has worse execution, it just has a better time. So that's just the nature of Warpless. But it does keep things, I guess, interesting, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, it's a category that really tries your patience, and also it's a bit frustrating because you almost never get no hand in your best run, so it's always annoying to see a slower run getting a better luck and a better final time. But yeah, that's what this category is about, so...
This is probably one of the toughest platforming stages in the game. Coming up 8-1, really difficult to keep piece speed, just really difficult to survive in general.
Uh-oh. I made it. It's okay.
Nailed it. Good job. Now in this next stage, A2, it's really easy to cheese this level out by going through the sand trap. There's a bonus area and it dumps you off at the end of the stage. Unfortunately, when we take the speedrun route, the angry sun comes out and then there's this maze of music mode blocks.
How did I... Oh well.
So still a great
Very
stage.
nice.
Yeah,
It's a great
Yep.
stage.
Great
Still
stage.
works.
It's very difficult to keep piece speed when climbing up that ramp that has all of the piranha plants on it. So that was very nicely done.
What?
Raffle time. Sorry.
Ooh, I don't know. Yeah, I didn't think so.
So yeah, it's gonna activate a P-switch and it needs to enter the door in time, or you will have to activate a second P-switch
I'm not doing
and
the
lose a
clap.
lot of time.
No clap.
And it's okay, you got it.
The timing for that P-switch is so precise, it's really easy to have to go back and activate the second P-switch.
Yeah, if you do a mistake, you can't reach the door in time.
You pretty much need to get to P speed right after hitting the EP switch, enter the door, and maintain it all the way until the final door. That's pretty much the only way to do it. And if you miss it, you end up having to reactivate the P switch. And what really sucks about that is when you enter Boom Boom's chamber, the conveyor belt is stopped when the P switch is active, so you have to wait for it to expire again, wasting like another 15 seconds or something.
Now, if you can't get to the top of the level right away, or if you're not, you can't jump from platform to platform up there, the easiest way to beat this stage is to hug the far right, believe it or not. You just need to memorize where all the cannonballs are being fired.
It's actually kind of risky to bounce up to the top screen there. So at this point, after 8 Fortress, there's no opportunity to regain Fire Flower. And it's such a significantly faster kill on Bowser. If you have Fire Flower, it's imperative that you keep it after that point in the run.
We have a $50 donation from Sis of Fist. I don't typically watch speedruns, so watching my childhood on fast forward is pretty amazing. Thanks for using this to fight cancer.
Do the zip, do the zip.
Yeah, I'll try for it. I'll even go over the elevator. It's a little donut to make life difficult for me.
Ah.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Gonna do a very similar wall clip right here.
Get in there.
Hey.
Come on.
There you go.
What's going on here? Oh, come on. Oh, I can't believe I kept that.
Very impressive P-speed recovery there.
Bowser's
Very
backs
nice.
is really weird. Nice, quick kill.
Time on the door.
I guess is 53.
And this is going to be time when he enters the
Time
door.
on the door right now.
Wow.
Not bad.
Nice.
Very good.
Thanks, guys.